The whole of the London / the UK got behind this nigga as a stepper. I ain't seen it for no like
I think
real.
Digger.
Yeah, we have seen it with.
Bro, there's been couple. There's been
With who?
couple.
No, there's been men. I can't
There's
lie.
been bare, bro. There's been loads
Yeah,
of
I
To
think
get
Blaze
him to that
Brown.
level.
Brett,
To get
like
him to that level of the.
no, do you know what it is? One thing I'll give Giggs is the one that kind of shone the light on all these other artists and kind of said, look, there's other means in it. Because to
yeah, he
me,
took the door
I'm not
off.
gonna
He
lie,
took the
bro.
door off.
I not stopped listening to Grime, but I transitioned to more the UK rap side because of Giggs. You understand? And it come a thing where any youth that had any rapper that had a tune with Giggs, I then now knew about them. You feel me, bro? Man that were rapping
So
on
did
my side.
Kano become rougher when he done a tune with Giggs?
Nah.
Nah, Kano was Kano.
Kano's
Man,
been
man are
around
never
about.
gonna look at
He'd been
Kano
around
as
a
that
long time
neither.
before
Yeah, he
Giggs
got his
was
own
around.
name.
Yeah, because
Kano's never.
I
Man,
think that was the cosign. Wiley done a tune with him first, then Skepta done a tune with him, then like to get the cosign. Let's have it right. Talking the hardest. I think that was on Wiley's MySpace page for like.
Yeah, it was.
Definitely was. It definitely
That's
was.
where I felt, bro. Chronik. That's where I first heard it, bro.
Right, so let's have it
That's where I
right.
first heard it.
When
can
everyone
man
was
give man some
migrating to
examples
Grime,
though? Yeah,
when
because
everyone was
I know
migrating
who.
from Grime to these other music,
Look
those
at
guys
C-Biz,
from them other
bro.
musics were coming to Grime to get the bus to go over there.
I
Like,
want to
I
know,
can
yo.
honestly say, yeah, UK rappers were almost like, don't get it twisted, it might not have like, man kind of can't relate it to like their success wise, but like when it comes to like respect from the roads, they're like the most respected artists that this country's had. Those are youths. No one had anything bad to say about them.
But you
No,
see, as far as getting man to a Giggs level, yeah, to where when they were trying to ban him and now he's doing everything in it, biggest stadium, whatever the weather. I ain't seen the UK get behind a man who's from the roads like that
Do you know what it is though, Regs?
to get him to
Part
that
of that.
level. Because I've
Part of
been
that.
listening to it from early. One of my favorite niggas was B Double. He used to speak with Blade Brown. My man was hard.
yeah.
You get me,
Undo
bro?
Regs. But do you know what it is though? And
Oh.
do you know why, like, in my opinion, it's sort of like a false comparison with certain things, like when we're looking over across the pond is their genre is approaching 60, 50 years old now.
Mm.
And
Ours ain't even 20
you
years
get what
old.
I'm saying? So of course there's certain things that we ain't seen yet, but it's emphasis on the yet. Do you get it?
Yeah.
That's true.
Yeah, facts. Because obviously, even if you like do a comparison thing in the late 80s, early 90s, NWA just try to ban them niggas and ban Snoop and that. So that could be like the Giggs period, innit? To where man just kept pursuing and now man are eating differently, innit?
100.
So in the next 10 years now, man just keep pushing and you know what I mean?
100, fam. 100. Like that's why I would appreciate more, you know, like man from like Chronik's generation, for example, just like, you know, saying just having a more, you know what, you man's time would come tone while talking to us, man. Do you get what I'm saying?
But you know what? Just thought as well, like a comparison thing. Same way I just said with the banning the thing and that. You have to deep it, bro. They was trying to ban the bad manism till they realize how much money's in it. And then they went crazy with it because the whole of the 90s, everyone was a bad man. Now, England are at that point to where they've realized and they don't give a fuck. They're signing everything and anything as long as it's got numbers. Man can be talking the wickedest, doing the maddest.
Yeah.
They're signing.
That's true. That's facts. Facts.
You know what I mean?
You get it? Like 10 years ago, they ain't touching these men with a 10-year down stick, fam.
You know what I mean?
Yeah, do you know what it was as well? A lot of UK Middle Britain was scared of fucking the hood music, and because I remember back in the day, I was speaking to a guy who worked from the ends and that, and he was saying he listens to US hardcore rap, gangster rap, but he can't listen to UK. This was when Giggs was first bussing. But what it was, he was scared that real shit was on his doorstep.
Do you get it? Do you get it?
Yeah, he was scared it was on his doorstep. Now the youth, now they're infatuated with it, bro. You get me? Because it's just like watching a movie to them.
Facts,
you get me?
because
this is also
graduated.
This is also why the badness is like going back to Lippy's original point. Why the badness is on such a heavy mode, yeah? Because it's you see it as an agenda or not. You get me? If you were to look deep into it or not, but basically they're throwing money because they know these kids are gonna do numbers and clout. They don't care the effects of it, yeah. And then at the end of the day, They're throwing money. So man, these youths are ballied up now, bust downs, big chains. Man are looking like Migos and that. Man
You
are
get
looking
it.
like some Quavos, yeah.
These times,
So,
man, are 17, you know.
right. So then the kids who are 13, 14 first sat there in the room watching YouTube all day, first starting to
On
spit,
that
thinking,
rapping
what am
thing.
I gonna rap about? Because these niggas who are doing the numbers now, when you watch any of these firing the boofy type of things and them type of
They're rapping about the
all of
medley.
them things, man, them are just talking, queffing, chefing.
Bro, it's as simple
digging.
as this. You see, man used to rap in it. Yeah, man. It's like man listened to grime, didn't attempt it. You understand? Rap came around. That's when everyone took their pen and paper out. You feel me? Because why? Hear a couple man rap about whatever. You understand? And it's like you said, bro. Because of your influences, I think for the UK rap thing, it was like man finally got to merge like the American culture with UK culture. You get me? In grime, we kind of couldn't do that. The language was too far apart. You feel me? But from the UK rap thing started, we all started to kind of have this image. I was getting older as well. At this point, I'm like 16, 17. Man's not a little 14-year-old with bow laces in my Harachis. And you understand? I'm trying to dress like a big man. I'm trying to do that. You understand? So it's just, I kind of think, man said it in spaces before, like, the current, like, the music that, like, is most popular is kind of the ones that can relate to what's going on the roads right now. You feel me? So obviously the youth them right now, they got their balaclavas and you get me. So it's drill. You get me.
And
So I see
Don't
me.
you
Say again,
think
my bro.
lockdown tied into everyone wearing ballies? Because now I just go on road and all the youths are full
It
face
does,
ballies
but
up
it's
and
like,
not
you know
on
what it is?
anything.
It does, but it's like from I'm sure you're probably the same. Man been wearing rolled up balaclavas on my head since I've been about 18. You understand? First we had the proper thick ones, then man had the little
Yeah,
latex
I
ones,
remember them
and it
days.
was just a thing. You get me? And
Yeah.
you're
But
right.
now
Lockdown and
though,
the being
but,
allowed to wear
but
masks
now
things. And,
Lippy, now check it though. Man are wearing the ballet on the face though,
yeah,
like
That's
they're
what
nah,
I'm
bro.
gonna
saying.
Like
run
I
in
said,
someone's
bro,
house.
our culture is leaning towards America, where urban culture is now street culture. That weren't
Yo.
really the case before. You get me? It's like urban and like the actual roads. It was a bit far apart. Now, brother, you see youths wearing body warmers that look like bulletproof vests. You
Nah,
feel
but
me?
you know what it was, bro? I just think it all
facts.
stems back to the said thing of back in the day, yeah, man were wearing rolled up ballies and man had the little golf gloves and shit. That's how niggas, but we all wore blacked out garms head to toe in it. But the real step is, you know, the man who will laying down everybody in this place. You know, when they come in the party or in the youth club or wherever it is in it, and some niggas are gonna act accordingly. And some man will get it put on your toes if you're moving like you're a certain something, man. You're not. We're all hood niggas in it. But if you're going on like you're really on
Yeah,
badness, man are gonna test you. But
yeah, but
what
and
happened
check it
somewhere in
though,
the
guys.
thing, the real badness and the fake badness started to merge. You
Yeah,
get
nah,
Yeah,
me?
because
and you know what it
it's
is,
as
right?
simple as this, bro. When one thing I've clocked now, and this I'm not saying this is a bad thing, yeah. See me back in the day, like when I'll say even before man was on the roads, bro, there was youths, I'll say myself that man was scared of, bro. Maybe not individuals, but there was certain roads I wouldn't walk, you get me, bro? I understood the difference between me and these youths. Now, because of social media, the
Yeah, no one
quote
knows
unquote
level.
civilian youths, they see these gangster youths on the same social media as them and every
Yeah,
day.
yeah.
They
They
don't feel
feel like the
different from
size
them.
in it.
So
Yeah,
their
yeah.
That's
thing
what I'm
is, their thing
saying.
is,
See,
so
back in
their
the
thing is,
Like
day,
we're
the
gonna
size
dress
of
just
money
like
will
you.
put in work. You get me?
Yeah,
Nah,
their
but
thing is, because you know what it is, the road thing, and don't get it twisted, it's a blessing and a curse, innit? Because now a road you is desensitized, innit? You could meet a youth that ain't road and he won't give a fuck what you've done. You get me? Whereas back in the day, if you told someone you stabbed someone or your brother shot a man, you were kind of like, everyone kind of stayed away from you or respected you or whatever. But other things just
Now
normalizing.
it's normal.
Yeah, it's
yeah,
normalized. So it's like,
normal. The
it's
maddest
now
thing is though,
normal to be gloved up and ballets and
yeah, you know the
trapping and
maddest thing is though with the youths nowadays, even the youths who are the normal youths roll with knives. And I
exactly.
found that mad, fam. And
Exactly.
they're like, yo, but if he puts it on me and I've not got my thing, then
Brother,
and I'm like,
I
yeah,
know it's wrong. I know it's
you get
wrong, bro. But
mad.
man can't say it don't make sense, bro.
Yeah,
I'll be
it makes
honest.
full sense, bro.
I
It makes
know it
full
sounds
sense.
and again, for anyone screen recording trying to get man down, I'm not saying it's right. I'm not saying
Me
it's
neither.
good.
Nah,
I'm not
you're
but
just saying
Me
it can be
neither.
I'm
rationalized,
just saying,
bro.
Yeah,
yeah, I'm
yeah,
just
it
because
makes
again, because that's
sense.
why
Nah,
Road youth started walking with weapons. You get me?
It makes sense. It makes sense.
Man's just an odd youth, yeah. And man used to step with certain things, but man never was a brandisher or nothing. Man used to fight, man, and have something on, man, and never back out.
Now all of
You
that.
get what I'm
Because
saying?
see, back then, bros, I'm
You know
telling
it is,
you,
Rago.
man,
These youths are the same.
bro, man,
but
come up with morals and respect. And as I told you, bro, in money, yeah, I know it's the same in London. Every area, or every crew, or every set has a couple of names who are the certified leng man, and everyone knows it. In it, the names ring bells because they had stripes. You get me? So we're all hood, we all do whatever. But there's them extra upper echelon niggas, you know what I mean?
Yeah, there's
You know it
always
is though,
levels
Rago.
to
You see
everything,
us,
bro.
Hey,
There's
Rago.
levels to everything. There's
man,
levels to
I
everything.
feel like I hear you as much as I hear you lot. There's 100% levels to everything, but it's like you see street life, yeah. Man, I knew about street life when I was younger because of what I was around. Like there was not really, brother. You can listen to tunes now that will tell you how to do it. You understand? So
Yeah,
it's
yeah,
like
I hear that.
you
I
could
hear
get
that. Fully.
you could get youths that like, brother. I'm not gonna name no names in it, but there's areas around where I'm from, yeah, that are calm. These are areas that when man was in my late teens, early 20s, I was thinking, yeah, I want to live around there. Cause around there's so peaceful. But around there's worse than here now. Because again, couple youths have looked around at each other and thought, you know what, there's 10 of us here, you know. If we get some bandanas and start moving some little food and them thing there.
And start calling us a certain thing that
Yeah,
sounds nice.
we're a thing. Brother, years
Yeah.
later, there's deaths and shit. I ain't killed
Yeah, I hear
nobody.
you. And then it creates
Some
a hood.
good
That's
youth
a
ends
hood
But
love.
laid
listen,
down couple
And
youths.
Lippy,
that's that then becomes a certain hood. It's true. That
yeah, but
happens.
what?
But you know what?
And you know what it is, bro? But
Yeah.
remember though, back in the day, Rago, you'll hear some idiot lick down a man. I'll be like,
Yeah,
so?
like,
I
check this.
don't give a fuck what he
It
done. He's a
reminds me. It
prick.
reminds me of when.
I will
It
bang it
reminds
in
me
his
of.
face. But you see now, the youth them don't have that. The youth them will hear that. Right, my man stabbed my man, you know. It's like, raw, he's on. Oh yeah, nah, he's a guy there.
Yeah, but this is
Yeah,
the thing because we
it
come up.
reminds me.
We listen, like I was saying, we come up under certain from the realer errors in it, like the more the start of the shit, where
Yeah,
the after generations, their kids and nephews and little brothers, yeah. So we come up off certain respect and morals, what we learn from them in it. So man will get a pass if you're with your mum or with your youths or certain things. You get me? Now kids don't care.
Yeah, bro, my
Man, will
gen is
wet you
yeah.
up
No
fucked.
in front
manners.
of your
No
mum, wet
manners.
you up. Because it's
No
this
manners.
whole the Americans like man are just gas off this being
No
super
manners.
savage. Man are
No manners.
desensitized watching war in Chirac and all this mad shit, thinking fuck it.
And it's the games and all that as well. It's everything in it. It's the culture in it. But do you know what it is though? I'll keep it real with you. Like, do you know what does my head in? Yeah, like you see, like when people get at drill and that and start saying about these drill artists, it's not that like what about the people who are making money from them doing
Yeah,
that? And do you
facts,
get me?
facts.
Like
Man, you're
one X,
pushing money into them.
like 1X champions that like we all champion the shit, bro. Like we can't one hand
Bro,
champion it
this is
and then on
why
the
Man
next
have
hand.
been
I
getting that.
don't salute
Man
none
have
of
been
these
getting that.
folks, you know, bro. Because
No, I'm
it's
not
all a
saying you,
shit
Rags.
show.
I'm not saying you, Rags. I'm saying as a culture, in it. Like I'm saying
Nah,
us as
but
a
no,
culture.
as a
We
culture, but this is what
yeah,
I'm saying. The
yeah,
whole
you get me?
culture's a shambles, bro. This is
Yeah,
why I'm not
man.
like saluting up things because the same motherfucking radio DJs be gassing up the kid talking about I nanked him in the neck and like
Yeah,
you
bro.
get me? The tune of
And
chorus
then
is
when
nank
it
him neck.
happens,
Man are gassing it up,
when it
saying it's the
happens,
best talent and that. When it's
you
clearly
get
not
me?
talent, it's just gas and numbers. The kid's got numbers. They're spinning a tune all day, every day. And then the kid, he gets up in jail or someone gets snanked up. And then they sat there saying, they're sorry and, oh, what can we do about it? There. Use a fucking drilling
I'm
it
not
into
gonna
the
lie, bro.
youth's
They don't
heads all
even do
day,
that.
every day.
They don't even do that. That's the piss. Do you know what the piss take is? They'll look at certain drill rappers are like riding like half life sentences. You think a radio DJ's even mentioned that, bro? They just brush them under the carpet like they
Yeah,
never
like
existed.
Yeah,
and continue the
But
next
when
hot
they go
tune,
to the
bro.
can, when they go to
my
the
point
can, yeah,
is
they
though.
don't give a fuck. But if they were to get
My
nanked
point
up,
is though that my point is it's just a using thing in it. It's like the lion in it. It's like you want the lion to be tamed, and then when the lion brings his real nature, you're not in none of that. Do you get what I'm saying? It's like you want him to be just a zoo animal, but you want him to also have the growl of a jungle lion.
Yeah,
He
bro,
can't.
you're right. That's
yeah, but
perfect.
at the
It's
same time,
got to be
bro,
one
Yeah.
or the other. It's either like, yo, it's
bro,
a jungle
at
lion,
the
and
same
go
time,
too close, it's gonna bite the shit out of you, or it's a zoo lion,
nah,
and it's
but the
not
thing
real.
is, they
You get
don't
what I'm
give a
saying?
fuck. because it's
I know
never
they don't
going
give a
to
fuck,
bite
bro.
them. It's just gonna bite the other lions. That's all we
Yeah,
do.
I know.
It
I
don't
know.
never
They don't
harm
give a
them.
fuck, bro. I know. This is my point. They don't care. They're just using it for their benefit, innit? Like, this is what I'm saying. So
Right, but
when
you
I
have to
sat
deep
down
it,
and watch,
bro. You have to be.
when I've sat down and watched people like bashing the young drill artists, I'm thinking, yo, but these men are just doing what they do, innit? You get me? And then people are like, why are you spitting that, Reverend? And it's like, yo, but the thing is, yeah, what about all the people who are making money off what he's doing? Why don't you get
But the
them
thing
sat
is, yeah,
down?
you
Because
know
they're
what as
gonna be
well?
big, they're gonna be adults in it.
It's not even just
You get me?
drill, because it's some man who are cold on drill, bro. And man can even be talking certain things, but it's not what you're saying, it's how you say it. Use a bit of brain effort, bring a bit of the art into it, try and make it into a better punchline, not just some blatant
Nah, I
bullshit.
agree.
But
I think that's the
that's
zone,
their way
I
of
right?
the
agree
life,
with
isn't it?
that.
It's like,
I agree with that. Like, I agree with that because some